a damn fool. I'm doing a voiceover because my mic wasn't on during the whole entire install, but that might actually be for the better because this install was so hard. I wasn't even speaking clearly. I wasn't even thinking clearly. I was ready to give up at one point. It took me 2 hours, but if I would have had a video like this, I could have probably knocked it out in 30 minutes. It's gonna be a lot of tips and tricks for you guys. And also there's a lot of things that could go wrong with this install. This thing could crack. I got you guys covered. Eddie GS350 always got your back. Also, stick around to the end and I'll tell you why I'm replacing my PCV valve, whether or not you should replace yours. No more Mickey Mousing, let's get on with the video. Quick list of everything you're gonna need. A PCV valve, of course, the link is in the description. Phillips screwdriver, 10mm socket with an extension. The skinnier, the better. And the silver bullet of this install, this is the most important item. A 22mm wrench. If you don't have one, steal one, rob one, borrow one, do what you gotta do. Super important. So the PCV valve is underneath this foam. This screw right here, you don't need to touch it, but you're gonna use your Phillips to get rid of this plastic screw. When you guys pull this piece out, be really careful because this thing is not a magnet. If it falls, you got to get down there and fish it out. Next, we're going to cut some slack from this harness. So use a flathead to prop this guy open. Now, this step is completely optional, but if you're going to do your own maintenance and you're taking care of your car, you might as well spend the extra 5 minutes to make sure you do it right. If you use some compressed air to blow out any dust that's in here, because you're going to be opening up lines, you're going to be opening up your PCV valve, which leads to your valves. And yeah, you just don't want any dirt in there at all. One of the benefits of doing your own maintenance, because I don't think many mechanics will do that extra step for you. After you've blown out all that dust, now we're going to take this hose off. This is the part of the install where I wasted an hour of my time trying to figure out how the hell am I going to get to the PCV valve. At this point, I was getting ready to give up, but I got your back. There is a bolt hidden right here, and it is so hidden that I can't even capture it on camera. You're gonna get your extension and you're gonna stick it in. Notice the angle I put my ratchet in where it's facing straight up. This angle allowed me to get the most amount of leverage to get to that bolt. It's a really tight squeeze, but if you use this angle, you should be able to get it out. And then once you do get it out, if you have a magnet ready, get ready to use that to pull that bolt out. That way it doesn't fall down. But now that you pull that bolt out, you're going to have a lot more wiggle room. You can kind of move that harness up and down. You're not going to have a ton of slack, but enough to get the job done. At this point, you can take out your foam piece. I'm a damn fool. I took my foam piece out before removing this bolt, and I had to really struggle in maneuvering it out without ripping it. But remove this bolt first, and your foam piece will come out a lot easier. We're making some progress. Now you're going to have access to the PCV valve. There's going to be a piece of rubber covering the hose. That's okay. All you're gonna do is stick your hand in there and pull the clamp up so it's facing upwards like this. That way you can easily either use your hand or use some needle nose pliers to move that clamp out of the way. You might rip the rubber piece that's insulating the PCV valve a little bit, but I wouldn't worry too much about it. It looks like it still does a good job of insulating. Once you remove that hose, you're gonna have access to the PCV valve. Now, I'm a damn fool. I bought this socket thinking this was going to help me out that morning at AutoZone. Complete waste of money. This crescent wrench, complete waste of money. You have to use one of these, preferably one that goes clickety clack. I don't know what they're called, but the ones that spin on their own. Now, there is no Mickey Mouse on the Eddie GS350 channel. I'm not going to hide the fact that I'm not a professional mechanic. I wanted to be sure which way I had to turn my wrench. So I literally got another nut and bolt, angled it the same direction that the PCV valve was at, and turned my wrench in that direction. Even looking at the clip right now, I told myself, oh yeah, you would turn in this direction. I was wrong. It's the other way. These things will crack so easily that the wrong amount of pressure in the wrong direction will just make them crack, and the threads are going to be stuck. You're gonna have to take the manifold off. I don't even want to think about it. And I hope anyone who watches this video does not have to go through that. This wrench makes the job so easy. If you don't have the one that rotates, it is gonna take a while, but you should be able to get it out. It was very, very little pressure to get it out. Finally got the PCV valve out. And what's the first thing I gotta do? shake it. Mine wasn't actually too bad, but I'm gonna talk about it more at the end of the video. New one is going back in. Lube up this O-ring with just a little tiny bit of oil. I got some from my old PCV Valve. It's part of the video where I would say, don't be dumb and start threading it by hand, but really there's no other way. You gotta start just threading it by hand. I tightened it until I felt some resistance, and then I did a quarter turn. Guys, do not over tighten this. You do not want it to crack. It isn't like this is on your wheel rotating and could like rotate itself out. It's not gonna do that. Just get it snug. Now that your PCV valve is installed, all you gotta do is put everything back together. Don't forget to plug all your hoses back in. One tip I can give you guys with this bolt is use some tape on your extension, because there is no way you're gonna be able to thread this in by hand. And if you just stick it on your extension willy-nilly, it's gonna fall. And you don't want that. If you have any questions on the install, guys, comment down below, because I'll always respond to all my comments. All right, so why am I replacing my PCV valve? I was having two weird symptoms. In my oil change video, one of my subscribers, shout out Rodney, called me out. He's like, hey, my GS doesn't do that. I was having some smoke coming out of my engine oil cap when I took it off. The other thing too is I came across this post on Club Lexus where this guy was having this buzzing noise. And I've heard this noise before on my GS. And he said that the dealership told him that it was the PCV valve. So because I had those two symptoms, I was like, you know what? I should probably play it safe. The part is only 10 bucks and an engine is like 10 grand. So I replaced mine. Other than that, I didn't really have any symptoms. I was never burning oil. My PCV valve would still, when I took it out and I shook it, it didn't shake as well as the new one I put in. I would say maybe it was like an 80% difference, but I don't think it was completely clogged either. You know, is that enough to cause all those weird symptoms I was having? I don't know. So should you guys replace your PCV valve? Honestly, I would say no, unless you're having these symptoms, or you really do plan on keeping your Lexus for the rest of your life. If you fall under those two categories, then yeah, I would say go ahead and change it. But other than that, honestly, just keep an eye on your oil level. If it's burning oil, maybe look into it. If it's not, I wouldn't even touch it. It's a pain in the ass to do. So I got Rodney's key fob right here. Came out fresh, looking perfect. All right, gonna ship this guy out. There, got his keychain. Oh shit. I almost shipped it with, I was like, why is it so heavy? I have my key in here. I almost shipped it with my key. Guys, if this tutorial helped you, the only thing I ask for is for you guys to leave a like, or if you like the video, check out ekcstore.com if you want a key fob. Promo code end of the video. All right, guys, peace.